Hello there. Welcome back to another energetic session of TOEFL reading practice. Today we are going to look at a very practical type of text, a public notice. These are the kinds of signs or announcements you might see in parks, libraries, or community centers. Our goal is to quickly identify the main purpose of the notice and find specific details to answer the questions correctly. Let's jump right in and master this skill. If you are enjoying these lessons, please subscribe to my TOEFL to stay updated with our latest videos. Join our learning community today and take your English skills to the next level. Redwood National Park. This title tells us the location where this notice is posted. It mentions Redwood National Park. This is a key phrase because a national park is a large area of land protected by the government for the public to enjoy nature. Knowing the location helps us understand who is in charge. Trail closure notice. The subtitle explains the specific problem or announcement. A trail closure means that a walking path is shut down and cannot be used. The word notice tells us this is an official announcement to inform visitors about this change. For the safety of our visitors and local wildlife, the Eagle Peak Trail will be temporarily closed to the public from May 1st to May 15th. This sentence gives us the reason and the duration of the closure. It highlights that the action is taken for safety, both for people and for local wildlife, which refers to the animals living there. It states that the trail will be temporarily closed, meaning it is not permanent, but only for a specific time. This is due to seasonal bear activity in the area. This sentence explains the specific cause of the safety concern. The phrase due to introduces the reason, which is seasonal bear activity. This tells us that bears are active in the area right now, which is dangerous. We recommend hikers use the alternate Meadowlands Trail during this period. Here, the notice offers a solution for the visitors. They recommend or suggest that hikers go somewhere else. They suggest using the alternate trail, which means a different route to take instead of the closed one. Please check the Visitor Center board for any updates. Finally, the notice instructs visitors on how to get more information. It asks them to look at the Visitor Center board if they want to see any updates or news regarding the situation. All right, everyone, let's take a look at the first question. Who is most likely responsible for this notice? This question asks us to identify the author or the organization behind the text. We need to figure out who is responsible for writing this. Since the title says Redwood National Park and the text focuses on safety and public rules, we must determine who manages such a place. Let's take a closer look at option A, a private tour operator. This option suggests a business that sells vacation trips. However, the notice is about public safety and park rules, not about selling a tour or a holiday package. Therefore, this is incorrect. Now let's take a closer look at option B, a wildlife photography group. This implies a club of people who like taking pictures of animals. While they might visit the park, they do not have the authority to close a trail or issue official notices in a national park, so this is incorrect. Now let's take a closer look at option C, a government conservation agency. This refers to an official organization that protects nature. Since the location is Redwood National Park, we know that national parks are managed by the government. Their job is to protect local wildlife and ensure visitor safety. This fits perfectly. This is correct. Now let's take a closer look at option D, a local hiking club. A hiking club is a group of people who enjoy walking on trails. They are visitors, just like the people reading the sign. They do not manage the park or have the power to close trails. Thus, this is incorrect. The correct answer is C, because the key expressions in the text directly match this option, while the other choices either provide incomplete information or clearly contradict the passage. Now let's move on to the second question. Why is the Eagle Peak Trail temporarily unavailable? This question asks for the specific reason for the closure. We need to find why the trail is unavailable. The text explicitly states that the trail is temporarily closed and uses the phrase due to introduce the cause. Let's take a closer look at option A, to prepare for a special event. This implies there might be a festival or a race. However, the notice mentions safety and animals, not a celebration or event. This is incorrect. Now let's take a closer look at option B. Because of the presence of animals. This option mentions the presence of animals. The notice clearly states the closure is due to seasonal bear activity. Since a bear is an animal, this option accurately paraphrases the text. This is correct. Now let's take a closer look at option C. Due to a forecast of bad weather. This suggests that rain or storms are the problem. While weather can close trails, this specific notice refers to local wildlife, not the weather forecast. Therefore, this is incorrect. Now let's take a closer look at option D. Because of trail maintenance and repairs. This would mean the path is broken or being fixed. The text does not mention repairs or construction. It strictly mentions bear activity as the reason. So this is incorrect. The correct answer is B, because the key expressions in the text match this option exactly, showing that careful scanning of the passage leads to the correct answer.